This is technically a part two. Technically, it is, but we didn't like officially make it part two. It's continuing on from what we did before. So for those of you who follow along to our best Robins off of a championship team discussion, we decided, man, it'd be fun if we just made like a 2-on-2 tournament of these players. And so we did it. This is what the episode is. So we took the list of players that we had before, made a 2-on-2 bracket, and the seeding is based off the rankings that we had. So you're gonna look at it and be like, man, this duo's better than this duo, but we ain't doing off that. We went off the Robins. Of course, this player is better than that player, but we're going based off the Robins. Okay. So that's what this whole bracket, this whole tournament is based off of. So in order for you to like understand a little bit more of this episode, you got to go back and watch the previous episode. You don't have to, but it'll make a lot more sense on why you got people placed where they are. Okay. So without further ado, the best Robins tournament. The first overall seed will be Kobe and Shaq. Like obviously, like
No
come on,
surprises.
not at
No
all.
surprise.
Second, we have Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. Like,
Okay.
come on now. Then we got Pippen and Jordan. Like, I
Solid
think
top three.
I think the first three is like obviously like you don't have to have any if ands or buts about that. Like it's kind of just like well duh. So then number four might be surprising to some people. Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. That's our number four seed. Then we coming in with KG, Big Ticket, and Paul Pierce Truth. The '08 Celtics squad. Uh, Six, it's going to be Shaquille O'Neal D Wade, that '06 Heat team that won a championship. Number seven coming in with Anthony Davis and LeBron James, that 2020 ring that won with the Lakers. Then you got Kevin McHale and Larry Bird. Then we got Paul Gasol, Kobe Bryant. Last but not least, Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. That's our 10 2-on-2 rankings. Okay. When it comes down to the bracket, first two seeds have a bye. So that means Kobe and Shaq, they chilling. Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, they chilling. So the play in is gonna look like Bird, or not Bird, excuse me, McHale and Bird versus Powell and Kobe. And on the other side of playing, we're gonna have AD and Bron versus the Splash Brothers, trying to figure out who gonna actually get in that, real bracket play. So kicking it off, man, we got to figure out if Kevin McHale and Larry Bird can beat Pau Gasol and Kobe Bryant. Okay, so I'm gonna let you explain the rules of what we decided of how this is gonna play out. So in our uh totally hypothetical world, we were able to get these people to play in that era, that time. Not remember, this ain't their entire career. It's mainly that year or years they won champions together. So I'm gonna let you explain the rules that we decided to base this whole bracket and tournament upon.
Okay. So, like he explained, we doing it 2v2 style. So I know like what everybody gonna say, well, who gonna guard Shaq? We don't know either. But we made the rules as lenient towards everybody having an opportunity as possible. So the rules of the 2v2, one shot per possession. No make it take it. So ball change possession after every shot. Check ball up top. So hoopers know what I mean, but for those who don't really understand, we check the ball at the top of the key like normal. We get one shot, layup, 3-point, whatever you take. There's no offensive rebound. So one shot, once that shot go up, make a miss, we change possessions. We check ball up top again. All right. So even if ain't nobody guarding Shaq, if one shot scored, the other team get the ball, and now Shaq got a guard. So that is the best way we can put it into like, all right, well, he gonna have to also play defense. It ain't like they can score 11 in a row doing that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, 2v2, one shot per possession, check ball up top, no make it take it. That is the rules of the 2v2. And for the sake of argument, we're gonna say a ref gonna be present. Just because we don't want nothing crazy happening. We don't want nobody to get touched up,
Yep.
stuff like that. So yeah, man, them's the rules. So all right, bro, let's get into it. Hopefully everybody understand and and can follow along. But like we can get into
And higher seed gets the ball first.
it. And higher seed gets the ball first. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So
but go
so
ahead.
yeah, that's our rules, man. So y'all follow along. Okay. If you don't like the rules, it's too late. We just set it in stone, we done moved on. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
So if y'all get some better rules, let us know. We can figure out another tournament we can do and then add that to our rule book. But for right now, these are our rules. So for the first discussion and matchup we have, like I said, we have Mikael and Bird versus Pau Gasol and Kobe. So Bird and Mikael get ball first.
Mhm.
How you think it's gonna turn out?
Bird and McHale versus Powell and Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bird, but Bird trying to guard Kobe is going to be tough. Tough. And Bird wasn't no slouch as a defender,
Yeah,
but now we talking about Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And Kobe is an elite defender.
Mm-hmm.
And Powell and Kevin McHale, I feel like they kind of balance out. They're similar players. McHale probably a little tougher. Powell probably a little more skilled. But I think they kind of balance out. But Bird and McHale, you said Bird and McHale get ball first, correct?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I think Cove and them still taking this. Cove with the big carry job, unfortunately. But I like Cove and them to beat Bird. If we're going to 11, I like it to be like 11-7, 11-6, something like that, like a decent victory.
Yeah, like I honestly, part of me feels like Mikael and Gasol cancel each other out.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like when you start talking about if we're ranking power forwards, Mikael's top 5,
Yeah.
Gasol's top 10, 15. So let's say Mikael's, let's say he's number 4, just, off top.
Yeah.
And then Gasol's probably 8. It'll feel kind of a little weird to be like number 8 can just dominate number 4. But you can see number 4 dominating number 8.
Yeah.
So thinking that through, it's like, but I feel like they kind of cancel each other out because I think Gasol has a little bit more height and a little bit more weight, so you can kind of finesse his way down low a little bit better. So for the most part, it's canceled out with the bigs. But like you said, now we got to look at the other half of the matchup. As good as a defender as Bird was, I don't think he held on that island. I don't know if he handles that alone. Like I just
This Kobe game. And this 09, 2010 Kobe, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's tough. That's
it
tough.
started looking really rough, man. So, but here's the thing, matchups. So let's say we go pick and roll. You got to switch. Who does the better job on who in terms of we switching? Got a mouse in the house. Who defends their big better?
Well, Bird bigger, well, taller than
Mm-hmm.
Kobe. Bird like 6'9", I think. And
Yeah,
Kobe only what, like 6'6", 6'7", something like
yeah,
that.
6'6", 6'7". Yeah.
So yeah, Bird is taller, so he could do a little bit better. He didn't play power forward, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like I just and I don't want to be like that guy not remembering or not respecting the older generation. You know what I mean? But is Kevin McHale just like back to the basket master to just get a bucket on Kobe if they switch? You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, Kobe a defender and he tough, so he's not gonna just get back down and let you score.
Mm-hmm.
And he might just go ahead and foul you and let y'all check it back on top. But he's definitely not just like getting put in the rim by Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
So I think that's not the answer in my opinion. Like I set the screen, if they switch, I'm gonna just dump it down to you. Like I don't see Kevin McHale just getting a bucket like that. But like and vice versa, I don't see Powell getting a bucket like that on Bird. But then when I look at the reverse, it's like okay, Bird end up guarding Powell. I don't like Powell to get that bucket, but Kevin McHale is on Kobe. And now we talking about it's scary. You know what I mean? It's scary. And on the flip, Powers guarding Bird. I like Bird to get a bucket too, but not like I like Kobe. You know what I mean? Man, kept seeing. Just think about Kobe top of the key, Kevin McHale guarding him, and Bird, not Bird, Powell just gonna be in that dunker spot. Like, all right, Cole, do your thing. You know what I mean? I'm right here. If Bird help or whatever, you know, we only get one possession, so they like can get the offensive rebound. I mean, one shot.
Yeah.
But Powell probably gonna sit in that dunker spot. Like, all right, Cole. I don't know what that was. All right, Cole, do your thing. You got it. You got the mismatch. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's the play if I'm Bird and McHale, honestly.
Yeah, this one's tough, man, because it feels like it's an equal enough matchup. Because you got similar positions playing each other.
Right.
Oh man, it's tough, man. Like
if Kevin McHale was just like leagues better than Powell, then I would give them that fair shake. You know what I mean? Because like you said, like just like not even really thinking about like if Kevin McHale's the fourth best power forward or fifth best power forward ever, and Powell's like eighth or ninth, it sounds like McHale should just be way better. But the gap between them is not that crazy, in all honesty. It's not like when we say like D Wade is the third best shooting guard, the seventh or eighth best shooting guard is like Reggie Miller. You know what I mean? So it's like Wade is like way better than Reggie Miller in all of our minds. So now we get but it's not like that for Powell and McHale. So that's why it's like, but then we talk about Kobe and Bird in space. That's tough. Yeah. So that's the only thing about it, honestly. But this is why these guys are in this preliminary game. Y'all in the play-in. Yep. Y'all ain't getting in the top seeds.
It's tough, man, because like on one half you have two of the top 5 to 8 greatest players of all time between Kobe and Bird. So it's like on one hand, some young head listening to this and like, bro, Kobe all day, Bird wasn't even that good. And an OG listening to this is like, bro, why y'all taking so long with this? It's Bird all day. Kobe good and all, but it's cute. But it's like, it's Larry Legend we're talking about here.
And somebody talking about how good Kevin McHale is too.
I just want to get there. Like somebody on the other end, it's like, bro, y'all young heads don't know about no real Kevin McHale. Like y'all just see him as a coach or dude talking on TV here and there. But he was the best power forward during the 80s, even most of the 90s before Karl Malone and Barkley came in. He was smacking their heads in too. So if somebody listening to this is just like, duh. But no offense to Powell, I don't think anybody outside of like Spain, Memphis, and LA trying to defend him like that. So and Vancouver when they was up there for a while, I think he was part of that team. But
yeah,
I don't know what the deciding factor would be in this game. Like if it was a knockout game, it was like 7-7, 6-7. What would be the thing that we look at and be like, man, it's the reason why this team led over this team? I don't know what that factor would be. Like, because Bird is sniper, Kobe knocking you down from the outside too. I figured out what the difference is. Pau Gasol mid-range game, plus he has a little bit more three.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think this is somewhat of a cheat because of the progression of the game and the skill set evolved to where bigs can do more of that stuff. That could be the separator. Because if Pau Gasol can step out and stretch McHale a little bit out more, when Kobe got Bird on that island, that helped looking a little bit different now. So I think that could be the separator in terms of the matches and how they go. So Powell stretching McHale out more, that means more room for him to drive in and create. But then Bird ain't finna help in that easy because you got Kobe on the other side. Like it ain't just no
absolutely
easy dropping off and help. Like that gap look a little bit wider now. So I think that might be the separator that pushes the matchup one way versus the other.
Yeah. Only chance I really give Bird and them, I hate to make it seem like it's just a landslide, but what would possibly give them a chance to push it over the top? Like you said, Powell can shoot better than McHale, mid range and all that good stuff. But if Bird can just get the shooting over the top of Cole and not missing, because Bird already got the funny jumper. You know what I mean? So it's like you're not blocking, and he's taller than Kobe.
Hmm.
So in the event that they really play 1-on-1, like it's 2-on-2, but in the event that they check up and it's 1-on-1 top of the key, Kobe really got to press up because it's like Bird to just shoot over the top of Kobe. Just being
Yeah.
real, you know what I mean? Like he put it on the floor, try to do moves and stuff. Kobe, like I said, an elite defender. But yeah, Bird get the check ball all the time. You ever play the blacktop in 2K? I don't know if you ever played 2K like that, but you ever go like to the little street ball part of 2K, not online, but like in the crib with your homeboys and some of your brothers or whatever, and you go to the blacktop. My guys that play 2K know. If you go to blacktop on 2K, if you play 2-on-2, 1-on-1, 3-on-3, it's half court, and they check the ball up top. And if you got a guy that's like that like a Kobe, they check the ball up top as soon as you pass it back to him over the top, green. Like it's just like that. Check, get the ball back, green. As soon as it get touched their hand. So I can definitely see Bird doing that. Like, all right, check.
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
all onto the side. So if Bird was just knocking them down over the top of Cole, then it's like, all right, well, that's just what happens. But
Mhm.
in the realm of hypotheticals, I'm gonna take Cole for this because I feel like Cole's smart enough not to just let that happen.
Yeah, and that's another thing too I want to point out. Like this is gonna be a very, very, very high IQ game. Like this might be the highest IQ matchup we have. I can't remember the whole tournament. Like this might be like the highest IQ too. Because you gotta think too, IQ for this isn't just I know the game, I know the game, we come together and both know the game. The
Right,
chemistry and match what they have too matters a lot. So I know your game,
right,
how it meshes with my game. We have the unspoken rules and communication that we have. So this might be the best one too in terms of just IQ. Like, mind you, we have LeBron James on this list too multiple times. So it's gonna be tough to outdo these four or the 2-on-2 match we have here in terms of IQ. So this might be the highest IQ matchup we have, which makes it so much tougher because you think, oh, this skill set this is so much better than this skill set that, but it's like, bro, he's smart enough to not let that happen. He's smart enough to know how to maneuver and go through the game to where if this was like a 3-game series, you might see a different game each time just because they're all so smart. They just know the game, know their game, and know their teammates' game, and know their opponent's game. So that's another thing I don't think everybody might not have caught to. Is like, bro, these are some very smart dudes. Like, gonna figure something out, man. So we got to
definitely.
figure out who moving on, man. So with my pick, this is tough, man. I'm gonna have to go Powell and Kobe, man. I got to.
Yeah, same. I just if Mikhail was like a more of a like give me the ball on the block back to the basket, I get you a bucket type of player. I can for sure see them winning off that, but I don't really see it. You know what I mean? So with him having kind of like a lack of like 1-on-1 ability and Powell a little bit more skill, shooting and all that good stuff, and then Kobe in space 1-on-1, that's his game. I don't see them beating out. So I got to also take Shaq. I was going to say Shaq and Kobe, Powell and Kobe in this.
Yeah, for me, I think it's the fact that so Kobe 1-on-1 game is built for this. He can. So I think about this. Bird's smart enough to not try to do that 1-on-1 extra dribbling around Kobe. Like I'm
Yeah,
pump faking, jabbing, moving through. Kobe can put the ball on the floor a little bit more effortlessly than Bird can against him. But Bird's smart enough to be like, all right, you check it. Let me get to my spot first. Let me get to the elbow, catch it, jab you, pump fake, or just go to work, like shoot over you, because mouse in the house for Bird. Now on the other end, like we talked about, like Mikhail isn't just that much better than Powell. Like, yeah, Kev can get busy and do his thing. He can score, but what can he provide you that Powell can provide you, and vice versa.
right.
So it's. I think the score ended up being like 11-9, 11-8, and it's just because Kobe just is just like a step. Ain't a big step. It's like one notch above Bird in terms of 2-on-2 matchups. So I don't love this answer, but That's what I'm rolling with, man. Cause and it also comes down to if Bird catch fire and
Nah,
he
that's
just on
what
the
I
burner,
said.
and then Kobe catch fire and he's on the burner. It just depends on
Yeah.
that, man. So if we had a um best out of three series,
They can get a
maybe a different
game.
conversation. Yeah, they for sure get a game,
Yeah,
but
they can get a game.
just
But
one
if
on
I got to
one
bet on
game.
one for the game, like one
Yeah.
game, yeah, got to do
All right, so we got Powell and Kobe moving on to the next round. So let's leave them alone for a second and let's go to the other part, man. So now we have KG, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce versus Kyrie Irving and LeBron James.
it. Woo! Good bump.
That's a good one, man. So just mind people, this is 2008 version of KG. We ain't talking MVP. We ain't talking uh later Timberwolves or Brooklyn Nets. We ain't talking about that. So we got KG a little after his prime, 2008 championship year. Paul Pierce, same thing, a little after their prime, championship year. Versus 2016 Kyrie. This ain't the polished Kyrie we got now. This is young buck Kyrie, 41 in the finals Kyrie, and 2016 LeBron James too. So this ain't Heat. This ain't now LeBron. This ain't young Cavs LeBron. It's a championship in Cleveland. Cleveland, this is
This
for
is for you.
you. We got that LeBron. All right.
Yeah.
What we looking at in this matchup? How you see this playing out?
This one is actually very tough. I know some of the people younger than us gonna just be like Bron and Kyrie, like 2016 LeBron Kyrie. I know they're gonna say that automatically. But what you're not thinking about, number one, KG can guard. I
Mm-hmm.
know that's LeBron, but that's KG. He can guard. That's his thing. He defensive. He a defensive stopper. He ain't just gonna let nobody kill him. You know what I mean? Not saying Bron can't get a bucket on him, but KG is going to guard. But the other thing people ain't thinking about, Kyrie got to guard Paul Pierce, and I'm willing to bet Paul taking him to that block.
Oh yeah.
Like he too little. I'm sorry, Kai. Like Kyle, I love Kyrie. When Kyrie get the ball, it's gonna be tough for Paul too. But Paul can also guard, but it's gonna be tough. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to see Kyrie in space neither. But Paul gonna take Kai to that block. Like and this is back in them days where they wanted Paul to like back to the basket, little guards and stuff. Like they was playing like that back then. So I don't know, man. It's kind of tough for real, for real. It's tougher than people probably think. Like
Yeah.
KG and Paul play D.
Yeah.
And it ain't nothing Kyrie. I ain't gonna say it ain't nothing he can do, but it's hard for Kyrie. It's gonna be hard for Kyrie to stop Paul if he get back to the basket.
I think if we're being real, this matchup can come down to Kyrie and Pierce.
That's
Like,
the whole thing.
yeah, because on the defensive end for both of them, it's gonna be a long night. Like you gonna have to, because Pierce's footwork ain't keeping up with Kyrie and his handles.
Mm-mm.
Like it's gonna be tough. So you're gonna have to just use. I think he's like 6'8", so you're gonna have to use all that 6'8" length and however much he weighed, like 230 or whatever, to make sure Kyrie has a tough time. And even Kyrie at that point, he was still polished mentally to just be a problem. Like they don't care who you were, bro. So for him to have Clay Thompson, like a legit defender, so about the same height, probably weigh a little bit less. You ain't doing nothing with me. Andre Iguodala line you up too. Pop, pop, get you out of here. Uh, who else on that Warriors team? Sean Livingston, you 6'7". I don't care. Get a bucket too. Line them up. Draymond Green, that was cute. Yeah, you DPOY. I'm Kyrie Irving. Get this bucket too. Kyrie
Yeah,
lining
but
everybody up, bro. So that's gonna be the tough one, bro. Like, and I don't think people thought about this too. The young ones, at least. The reason why Bron had an issue and couldn't do anything in the East because of that Celtics team.
facts.
Like, he shifted stuff because he saw the Celtics and it's like, what? We gotta play against them? Hey, wait. Let's we gotta handle these boys. We can't do this no more. So I know this ain't that era LeBron, but still, like, put respect on that '18 young people because Ticket is one of the few people. I'm willing to say this. Ticket is one of the few defenders in history that I feel comfortable saying can legit guard 1 through 5. Not the modern day 1 through 5. I'm talking about 80s, 90s 1 through 5, and today's 1 through 5. Like I can put him on the Ja Morant, Steph Curry. I feel cool. I put him on a Shaq, Kevin McHale, Hakeem Olajuwon, Kareem, and I feel cool. I could put him on LeBron. I could put him on Reggie Miller. Maybe not Reggie, because Reggie run around the screens. But
Yeah.
I feel
But
comfortable.
I would switch the screen with KG. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be like, oh, that's K switch. Switch everything. Like, and I base a lot of my game off KG. And now I am that player. Like, even over here overseas, when I'm in the game, my coach will come, I'll be like, you go get so and so, and with you, switch everything. That's what they say. I've been told that like so many times in my career. With you, switch everything. And that's what KG is. Okay, go get Perk, play the 5, switch everything. I'm telling you that. If I could talk to KG right now, I guarantee he done heard that before. Okay, go get so and so. You play the 5, switch everything, and
Yep.
just guard. It don't matter who they're playing against. And you ain't saying that about everybody,
No, not at all.
because Rudy Gobert got multiple DPOYs. You think they're going out there like, hey, Rudy, switch everything. With you, switch everything. All right. All right. Them boys gonna point at you, Rudy, at the top of the key. You. Go set this screen. Go set this screen. Bring that tall French dude up here with you. But yeah, KG, French toast. Hey, that's funny, boy. Hey, that is funny. Why has nobody ever said that? Oh my god, boy.
Oh man.
You hit with that one. Hey, boy. But yeah, man. You can't say that about everybody. KG definitely is one of the guys you could just be like, switch everything for real.
Yeah, I think Ticket might be. Well, he's not number one, but he's one of the best defenders, period, of all time. But also specifically bigs. He
Yeah,
might
for
be
sure.
number two. He might be number two. That's a conversation we're gonna have for later today. But
Yeah.
this is no slouch on the defensive end. We're talking about Ticket. So y'all be like, oh, we switching. We're gonna have Kyrie against KG. It ain't that easy. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
So
Swear it ain't.
you already know Pierce and Brown bumping heads. And they going some people gonna look at it and sound crazy, but like they gonna cancel each other out. I don't care what y'all talking about.
In a 2-on-2, yes, it's not 5-on-5.
Yeah, it cancels each other out. Like this is a whole different ball game here. So on the island, Pierce taking Brun, and it's gonna be a tough matchup for him. It's not gonna be a just 5-on-5. Like I think we used to seeing 5-on-5 Brun and see him just take over do stuff. Like
Right.
Brun gonna give him issues. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't no easy just walk in the park for either side. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. Like this way to play out. I see this being 11-7. Honestly, I think it's a little bit more of a gap than the first matchup we had. So
I was gonna say 11, 8, 9. It's gonna be close. Cause
the reason
this
I
the
say
thing. Go ahead,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
you got it.
All right. So this the thing that like I don't know, man. People might be mad at me because I'm really making my decisions in real time. This the thing that might kill for them, for KG and Paul Pierce. Paul can post up Kyrie. So now Bron got to help a little bit. And KG is knocking that mid range down, as we all should know. If you ever know anything about Kevin Garnett, a mid range left foot down catch and shoot, that's money every time. He is not missing that, dog. That 2 steps in front of the 3-point line, it's going in every time. So now you talking about Paul posting up, Capers just gonna go to the other side, the other wing, like, all right, Paul, I'm over here whenever you kick it out. And that junk going in, bro. So Bron gotta help Kyrie on that block, or Paul just gonna put him in the rim. Like, it's gonna be a little too easy, you know what I mean? And then, like you said, on the reverse, Kyrie gonna get a bucket. I think Bron can obviously get a bucket. But there's no like straight up like Kyrie just gonna kill Paul Pierce out the gate. Like, is he gonna get a bucket? Yes, don't get me wrong. But not the buckets Kyrie got to get is not the same buckets as Paul just catching the ball right here. Like, all right, well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's gonna be like 11-9, something like that.
Okay, yeah, you changed my mind on that one.
11,
So
11-10.
here's what I think. So this is my pick, man. I think KG and them get it, and it's gonna be like you said, 11-9. But here's the reason why. So with me being a small guard, right? For me to put effort in on a post, it's like okay. So here's the matchup, right? So we're talking about Pierce versus Kyrie. Kyrie going to work. He spent a lot of energy. This energy he's used to expending. He used to doing blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. Basically cardio work and a lot of more fast twitch stuff. So he's used to that. Pierce, not as much, but it is what it is. Now flip it on the other end. Pierce ain't finna play around with that, bro. Same thing like Bird, bro. I'm either finna take it to the post, get to my spot, and I'm here, or I'm big boying you in the post. And that's a different energy system that Kyrie got to use. That's gonna wear him down. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
banging, boom. Like, dang, bro, you get tired about 4 possessions of dealing with that. But here I think where the equalizer comes in. This ain't 5-on-5, and you got LeBron James going downhill.
It was tough.
So that I think I was thinking the Celtics duo, but you got 2016 LeBron.
Yeah.
So
It's a
I'm
big
gonna have to go with
guy.
Kyrie and Bron. 11, 11, 8, 11, 9. That's gonna be a tough one, but that's my pick for that one.
I don't know, bro. Part of me want to take the Celtics. I swear I do. Just for
I'm
that
with you.
Paul Pierce Kyrie matchup,
Yeah.
and KG gonna hit that jumper every time. I really like dog. The TikToker is gonna be mad at me, bro. TikTok is gonna hate me for saying it, but I really want to take Paul and KG. It's a mismatch. It's just a really bad mismatch. It ain't even like Kobe and Powell and Bird and McHale, where it's like we don't really like McHale on that jumper like that. If
Mm.
McHale was just a knockdown shooter, like we see that Powell is a little more skilled, you know what I mean? That mid range better, he could hit the three. So he could just kind of space out, let Kobe play one on one. It's the same thing, just Paul in the post. And KG space out, let Paul play one on one. But K knocking that down, like that mini is good, bro. And then like Paul and KG will have trouble guarding Braun and Kyrie too. But I feel like it's easier for for Paul and KG.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, man. This is who the better players is Braun and Kyrie. But
Yeah.
if we talking about this 2-on-2 setting and it ain't make it take it, who get ball first? Who is the higher seed?
Oh, let me double check it real quick. Kyrie and Bron got ball first.
All right, give me Kyrie and Braun. That made the decision. Give me Kyrie and Braun. 11-9, something like that. 11-9.
Yeah, man. I feel like if you're looking at the defense of the Celtics, I'm trying to talk myself out of it because I feel like I don't want to be recency biased. The Celtics defense on those two is special. This is tough. Okay, like you said, Kyrie Brown get ball first.
Mm-hmm.
How much better? This is an 8-year gap we're talking about now. How
Yeah.
much better is 2008 LeBron to 16 LeBron? Like it's leaps and bounds, like
Yeah,
easily.
it way better.
Yeah,
That was his prime. 2016, 18.
yeah.
That second stint in Cleveland, if you ask me, that's his prime. I know people say Miami because the MVPs and stuff, but basketball wise, I think that Cleveland stint, his second stint in Cleveland, his best years, easy. Like
Mm,
just him as a basketball player individually, I think that was the best version of LeBron. So, and then this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It's a whole different conversation. But that version of LeBron is the best basketball player ever, in my opinion.
mm,
We can talk accolades and status and all that another time. But we talking about an individual playing basketball, that version of LeBron better than any other basketball player that ever walked the earth. I'm sorry to tell you. So that's my thing on that too. It's like Braun gonna get off. This Braun was big too, dog. Like he just slimmed down a little bit. I don't know if people remember.
Mm-hmm.
This Braun was like
Yeah,
taking the
bro.
ball with the little carrying it like a football. Folks trying to hold him back, layup and one. He laying it look like it's regular. I'm like, yeah, man, that Braun, that's the best. So that aids in their argument too. But KG was
Dang.
not the best version of himself because that's it. That was in Minnesota. He was still, prime into his prime. Paul was also nearing the end of his prime. So, but they still had it. You know what I mean? That's why they was able to go to the finals back to back and play against Kobe. But after that, that's when it kind of went downhill. So they was in the tail end of their prime right there. But this is the bench version of Bron and Kyrie, literally. So it's tough. That's why I said like they got first ball. It might be them.
Okay, okay. Let's. I want to put it like this because I made my answer, but I don't feel good about it. So
I don't feel good about it.
you gotta look at Celtics defense versus Cavs offense.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be the big highlight conversation to be had. But you also play the other half of the floor, so you gotta look at Celtics offense versus Cavs defense. Which of those sides outweighs the other? And as good as the Cavs offense is, the Celtics defense might be just as good.
Yeah, for this, yeah.
Yeah. And so flop it on the other end. The Celtics offense it's a notch better than the Cavs defense. So I just talked myself out of it and I'm going with the Celtics.
So this is another thing that I ain't really touch on, but people always talk about Bron ain't a one-on-one player. He's not good at ones, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know why that is? I want to tell people why that is. It ain't just because Bron is simply a 5-on-5 guy, which, I mean, obviously he is a 5-on-5 guy. He's best in 5-on-5. But the Melos and the KDs and the Jason Tatums of the world, they're one-on-one guys. Like, meaning, give them the ball, watch out, you'll get a break. This is why Bron ain't gonna get into kings of the courts and stuff like that with them guys like we see when Team USA get together and stuff like that. Because don't nobody want to see Bron run at the rim, play off two, and lay the ball up. All the guys that play ones play like guards when they play. All of them. Kyrie get out there and KD guard KD because KD gonna play like a guard. He's not just gonna use his height and like walk Kai to the basket because that's lame. And that's real. It is lame. Don't nobody want to see that. Don't be like that. Play like a guard, hoop, you know what I mean? But if we put money on the line or something like that, I bet somebody start getting to that rim or posting up or whatever. Because when we see the videos of them playing ones, what they do? They all middies or shooting over the top. They showing off their moves, spinning, fading. But ain't nobody trying to just see like Joel Embiid take 2 dribbles, hop step, pump fake, layup. Because nobody's stopping that. We know you can do that, Joel. We know you can do that. We don't want to see that. Bron the same way. So don't nobody want Bron to be because Bron is not no one-on-one guy like that, like them other guys. He's not taking the fadeaways and the step backs and the tweens into all that. He's not that guy. But if he wanted to, he could get in there, put his head down on that little, and then rip and go, 2 dribbles, bump you, layup, and it's going to work every time. It's going to work. None of y'all are big enough to stop that bump when he go to the basket. And then even if you is, he gonna pump fake you. You gonna foul him, or you're not gonna go for it. He gonna lean in and score. Like it's not hard. Don't nobody want to see that. You know what I mean? It's lame to play like that. But if we was going to like really put them in these 2-on-2 situations, Bron could do that. Even the KG, even the Paul Pierce. We all seen that picture. I'm gonna find it when I post this clip. That picture of Bron in Miami driving and Paul Pierce got him by the shoulders like this and he can't stop him. Bron can do that all the time. All the time. That's how strong he is. So yeah, man, it's just that's part of it too. We ain't really get into that because it's kind of like a given that Braun can get a bucket when need. But Braun can always just run at the rim, play off two, and he can score. It's just if he gonna do it, or are we gonna be cool and like everybody just play, play like guards, play their game. That's when it's gonna be cool. But then, like I said, we said Paul Pierce posting up Kyrie, which he probably will. So Braun probably rim running and scoring. Hate to tell you. That's the other part of it too.
I kind of want to pause and come back because I keep flip flopping in my mind, bro. I'm like,
It can go either way. Honestly, it
yeah,
can go either way.
I think so. First, I was thinking like, all right, who has who has an easier job of scoring? And at first, I was like the Cavs 'cause they have the better offense, but I was like, Kyrie has to work a little bit harder to get his buckets off, just a little bit. It ain't no strenuous. I got to do extra, blah 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 the whole time. But compare that to back, back, back,
Mm-hmm.
play. I'm saving effort on the other end of the floor now.
This lane.
Lame, but I'm trying to win the tournament, bro. Like,
You're right. Exactly. You trying to win. So if we trying to win, we trying to win. That's all it is. If we trying to win, that's what it is. Now we could all stand around and let Kyrie play 1-on-1
mhm.
and he gonna get buckets. But if we trying to win, not saying we ain't gonna win like that, he can still do that at points. But if we try to win, all right, Braun gonna check up, dribble back a couple times, and come full speed, and cross over, bump. You know how hard that is to stop.
Yeah.
That's impossible to stop. So yeah, give me Braun. That's why folks ain't out here playing 1-on-1 with Giannis Antetokounmpo right there, right there. That's why you don't hear about that. Because Giannis ain't gonna play like a guard. He ain't KD. That's not his game. I'm finna get to this paint, play off two, and I might just dunk you. If you don't chest up and be strong, you might get put in the rim. So yeah. First ball go to the Cavs. I'll take the Cavs. In a close one.
Part of me still want to say the Celtics, but I'm gonna stay with the Cavs, man. Just for the sake of moving on. I'm gonna stick with the Cavs. So,
Cool.
man,
It's
a little bit
tough.
rougher than I thought. Okay, so now we got to go back. So now we have Kobe and Shaq, number one
Yeesh.
seed versus Powell and Kobe.
Yeesh.
So now this is funny. You get to see not
Over.
08, but number 8 Kobe versus 24 Kobe.
Ooh, you want to go first? That's your boy.
Hey, listen, man, listen. This ain't the best number 8 Kobe because when he cut the fro Kobe, he was an bruh. That 8
On a
Kobe,
tear.
that's 81 point Kobe.
Yeah.
That man was on a mission. That man came for any and everybody's head. So we're not seeing the best number 8 Kobe. But is that the best 24 Kobe of 2010,
10,
2011? Yeah.
2009
So
to that 10.
9, 10, excuse me. So maybe he wasn't as injury riddled at that point. So we'll see. But anyway, I do want a Fro Kobe because that's the era he won the ring with Shaq.
Right.
So, because we already know how the bitch gonna play out, so I don't want to talk about that. But
Mm.
Kobe versus Kobe, 24 Kobe beats him off of IQ and skill set is a lot better too. Because this is 2000, the latest you can go is '02. We're talking a whole 10-year gap. Like I have 10 years worth of skill being added up here. My handles were better. My post game Kobe, that alone, bro, is smacking '02 Kobe.
Wait.
Like, come on now. This ain't no walk in the park with me, dog. I'm finna say I do. I just bop for what? I gotta go defend. Man, give me the ball in the post. Let me go to work. You can't check me. Boom, boom, boom. My IQ better. I know how to lean better. The stuff you asking Jordan about now, I'd have mastered that. 24 Kobe, bro. Like, come on now. Smacking him all day. So that debate and conversation is where I got to go with 24 Kobe. Yes, he's more athletic. Yes, he got more knees and more ankles, and he can do a little bit more physically. But in a 2-on-2 matchup, or technically 1-on-1 matchup, that Kobe at 24 beats that Kobe. It's
Up for
just
eight.
yeah,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. That eight's getting beat, bro. So
Yeah, for sure.
with that being said, Kobe and Shaq still winning this matchup.
Shaq and Kobe got to take it easy because Powell ain't doing nothing with Shaq. And, that's tough. I'm sure we're going to be saying that a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
But Shaq versus Powell is just, it don't weigh enough. He don't weigh enough. And 24 Kobe is definitely the more skilled version. 8 Kobe, probably more athletic, younger, jump higher, all that good stuff. 24 was skilled.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, and if we being super real about it, 24 Kobe know all the 8 Kobe moves,
Yeah.
but 8 don't know all 24. He's like, man, I'm gonna show you something, young buck. We learned this in 2007. We got in the gym with Hakeem, and now we out here like this with it. You know what I mean? You don't know nothing about this.
And
But
there's another thing too, bro. I'm talking in Spanish the whole game. They don't know what they saying. Like, whoa,
talking Spanish.
you don't know Spanish yet, bro. You ain't learned this. We got reps into this. If Shaq gonna say something stupid, he will probably get smacked. But hey, listen, it's just too much, bro. Like I don't see Gasol having any type of answer. But so here's where I give them a puncher's chance of winning.
Mm.
The Shaq guard Gasol as well. Because remember, Gasol can stretch him out. So the Shaq guard Gasol as well if we're looking at that side of the matchup.
Yes. Shaq a little too athletic at this point in time. He's not slow.
Mm-hmm.
He's not slow by any means. I get like lateral quickness. He's not the fastest thing, but this Shaq, that Lakers Shaq, too athletic at this point in time. He was still flying up and down the floor. So Powell ain't just blowing by him or nothing like that, and he ain't strong enough to just like muscle his way to the rim or nothing. So now you talking about Powell, you might have to take a fadeaway. Like you have to like really put moves on him. Not saying he can't, but I like Shaq to guard him way better than him to guard Shaq. So now you talking about the puncher's chance. Really, is 8 Kobe going just not 8 Kobe, it's 24 Kobe just gonna kill number 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, is he gonna get a bucket? But they gonna get buckets on each other. They both cold, but one got Shaq and one don't. And that's tough. So that's what it boiled down to at the end of the day.
Yeah, like that. That's it, bro. It's
11-5.
all five coming from 24 Kobe. Like it's that easy, man.
Maybe one minute from Powell, Shaq
I
had
just
the
gonna
help
say that
found out.
he drove in, or pick and pop, and it's like boom, Shaq on there. All right, boom, hit it over the pal, knock down. Besides that, it's gonna be Kobe going to work on 24 Kobe just going to work, and it's easy. And you swap it. Come on, Shaq. You barbecue chicken all day long. So yeah, Kobe and Shaq is they're gonna be the reason why we speed through this stuff because it's gonna be easy to just say this. But now we have to continue these two, and we got to deal with Kobe and Shaq versus Kyrie and Bron.
That gets tough again because that version of Braun got a chance. I
Yeah,
like that Braun to guard Shaq better than Powell.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Braun got a chance. He's strong enough, But now you're talking about Kobe and Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a good battle too.
Mm-hmm.
But Kobe a little bigger, a little taller. That's tough. So I like they now we talking about both of them got the size. Instead of just like we were just debating Kobe and Kobe. Now we talking about Kobe and somebody smaller. So even though it is Kyrie. So now Shaq and Kobe got the size matchup or the size mismatch on both guys. So I gotta take Shaq and Kobe in that one too.
Yeah, and I think too is like even that era of remember when Kyrie challenged Kobe to 1-on-1 that USA basketball year.
Yeah.
This is young Kobe now.
Yeah.
Young Kobe can guard this Kyrie. He's guarding AI in them. So I can match it with you, bro. You a little bit more skilled, a little bit more shifty. But if I'm guarding AI, Gilbert Arenas, J Kidd, Nash, whoever else we had in that era, I can handle you, bro. Like, ain't finna be no easy just lock you down. But it's gonna be a tough couple times where it's like, yeah, Lee, bro, like, where's Kyrie going? It's gonna be a couple of them. So I think that era makes this matchup even uglier. Because as like we talk, as great as LeBron is, as good as he is in this situation, Shaq is probably that times two. Because who is stopping Prime Shaq? Prime Shaq is the only answer. That's the only answer. Prime Shaq versus
We
Prime Shaq.
need Will Chamberlain.
Like, brother. Oh, no. There's another answer. Name is King Olajuwon.
I keep Elijah. But then
But
who
yeah,
he gonna have to stop Kobe?
we're gonna have to cheat and start going. Go to his USA roster team because right now he ain't got the answer. None of them Rockets teams. But yeah, Kobe and Shaq, bro. This is they kind of make it boring almost because it's like, duh.
All right, let's get to the good matchups.
Yeah. All right, man. We got Kobe and Shaq heading to our finals. So now I gotta move to the other side of the bracket. So
All right.
now we're gonna play in of the other side. So now we have Anthony Davis and LeBron James versus the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry.
Yee, it's
Okay, let me
tough.
start. I'm trying to start like letting it marinate in my brain of what this matchup looks like. But how you feeling, man?
Well, my initial thoughts is they both too small for the Lakers duo.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, nobody on it. Like Clay is not guard AD, neither is Steph. Clay got a better chance with Bron, but Steph can't guard Bron. So it's like, do you put Clay on AD? Like, yeah, we don't really know what to do with that. So that's the biggest mismatch, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like it ain't make it take it. So,
Yeah.
but the thing is, both of them guys can guard. This Lakers version of Bron can guard when he feel like it. So in this, for the sake of this discussion, we gonna say he want to win.
Yep.
But hey, we all know AD can guard. He is another one of them KG type players. He can guard 1 through 5. We don't mind switching with AD.
Mm-hmm.
So just based off the size mismatch and the fact that it is 2-on-2, I do gotta go with the Lakers. But I mean, obviously, Steph Curry can just cook. Then what can you say? That's their puncher's chance right there, like we said. If Steph can just cook and just get hot, he's shooting over the top, then that's tough. But Clay ain't gonna do nothing with AD. And I don't really want to put AD on Steph because I feel like Steph can still blow by him. But I like the Lakers to get easier buckets and the Warriors to miss a couple of them. So I go
So
Lakers.
this is the first time it's mattered this much.
Hmm.
And this kind of goes into our rules of somebody could have corrected us earlier. Is everything one? Because that's a big swing. If everything's a one,
That is true.
that's a big swing.
Usually in these situations, it do go ones and twos. So that is big because it's like they gonna definitely go for threes.
So we talking about Steph Curry, either one of them on the island, and you know Steph gearing up for a three. Like 9 out of 10, he's trying to out for a three.
Right.
But knowing that sets you up for the kill because let's say more likely he's gonna switch to get 80 on him. 80 ain't just finna just get demolished, but we still talking about Steph Curry. So he gonna get buckets over 80. So he's switching to get 80 on the island. He does his little thing, step back for the three. If he jumps, he dropping him off. Got a little pop tart action. He driving to the rim. This helps out LeBron, but LeBron's guarding Clay.
Ain't just help like that.
You
Oh, at
feel me? So
all.
it ain't no. It's either you gonna have to pray for some miraculous recovery from AD, which is possible. But then if he's not there in time, that's a lay for Steph. If he is there in time, it's a kick out for Clay, and Clay's dropping that. So you're gonna have to pray for an off game for them. But if we're doing ones and twos, that changes the whole dynamic of this whole thing, and they could go a little bit further than we initially thought. So if we're going ones and twos, and let's say they're both like doing their game, doing their thing, playing their game,
Right.
I still got to go AD and Bron because they got a simpler system. That pick and roll between them two,
Literally
and
nothing they could do.
yeah, so they miss one or two. I mean, Splash Brother miss one or two. You can still have a guaranteed bucket between AD and Bron. So this the one who probably swings the biggest. It can either be 11-10 off of them just splashing everything, or it can be they're missing. But if we're going to best version of them, they making it. Dang, I don't know now, bro. If they hitting Splash
I
Brothers
mean,
hitting,
they got a chance just off of that, obviously. If they just hitting, because Steph can hit some crazy shots, man. We all know. But the thing about it is, though, checking the ball up, it's like lint keep flying around. I don't know what that. But checking the ball up top of the key, Steph Curry versus Braun, I like Braun to get a little couple stops. Like, we all know Steph game predicated on running around screens and stuff like that. Do we got a little one-on-one wiggle to him? Obviously, yes. He could definitely do that. But if we depended on that the whole time, I don't know that you're gonna make 11 of them, or if they all threes, I don't know if you're gonna make 5 in a row, 6 in a row. But Brian and AD gonna probably score five times straight.
mm-hmm.
Like we change the possession every time. Who's the higher seed?
AD and Bron.
We change the possession every time, but obviously,
You gotta
if,
think. So let's they start with ball first.
right?
That's one. 9 out of 10 is gonna be a one.
Yeah, for sure.
They get ball next, and remember they're hitting. They're playing the game. It's
Yeah,
2-1 after one possession.
yeah, it is true. And then if they score one, they get back and they get a three. That's 4-2.
So it's
Three,
like
threes, one and twos.
we going Nick from that. But LeBron IQ kicks in. It's like okay, we have to get a two here because we can't keep trying to do this math where one side is over here doubling what we score every time we get the ball. So, oh man, if we talking about them playing their game, they can like the Splash Brothers can afford to miss here and there. Versus AD and Brian have very little room for error in that point because we're going to double what you have every possession outside of 10. So if we got 11, and let's say Splash Brothers win with 11, and I need 5 buckets to get there, I'm guaranteed three threes. Guaranteed. Really, you guaranteed 4 because I see both of them hitting at least 2. So, and you get a little Clay midi, pump fake, drive in, little pivot, turn back around, floater, not floater, fadeaway. He probably get 1 or 2 of them in. I think I'm talking myself into an upset, man.
Dang.
So yeah, if the Splash Brothers get going, it might be an upset, man. I think we're seeing the upset here. If we're talking both of them going, playing their game, twos versus ones, it's gonna be a long night for them Lakers boys. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Splash Brothers in the upset.
I don't like it. I don't like it. They will really have to get going. Cause you talking about they is hey bro, what's up with that? Dog, stop. Like they would really have to get going. You know what I mean? Like 5 games straight. I mean 5 3-pointers straight, something like that. Cause I feel like Bron and AD score every time. Honestly, every time. Like there's nothing they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like Steph Curry is guarding LeBron James, so they're scoring every time. But Steph and Clay have to make every jumper. Like they got to make jumpers.
Listen, we ain't just talking about regular games. We're talking about they have it going. It ain't no super icing.
I mean, but that's an assumption. Bron and AD got it going if they going for layups. They got it going.
But you guys we're playing a math game now.
Mm.
So I don't have to have it going every single shot because the saving, like I don't see AD hitting the three in this game.
You don't
So we're
have
gonna have to
to.
count on LeBron little look down, drop, which he go from he hitting them. But in a 1-on-1 sense, I don't think Clay letting that slide.
The thing is, though, bro, without screens and stuff to run around, they really got to like get a bucket. Clay not getting a bucket on AD, so now you're really depending on Bron. I mean, Steph to get a bucket on Bron or like create. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, Steph got the handles and the step backs and all that, but like Bron can sit down. He would have to really like fake Bron into jumping and then drive and hope AD help and he can probably kick or he had to make one of those tough layup finishes, which he can do. But they can run him off the line. Like either they can run him off the line, or you got to make a very tough three. And that, like I
And they can
just,
do that, bro. I think they can do that.
but the possession switch every time, even if you miss. So it's like, I mean, even if you make it, so you make one, you go up two, and then they score. You miss the next one, they score. You miss the next one, they score. They up. You know what I mean? Like, and then you make one, we back tied. It's like I don't know. You
But
have to
you see
make,
how the math goes that sense? Like I can afford to miss more than they can afford to miss.
but they're. I know what I'm saying. I don't think they're gonna miss if they take it very serious. Like I said before with Bron, if we take it serious, like I'm really trying to win, I'm scoring every time. Bron, I mean, AD could literally set like a flat screen on Steph at the top of the key, push off Steph
Mm-hmm.
and roll, and just catch the lob. Literally, there's nothing they can do. Because no one's on
Man,
their team is big enough to even handle AD. Or you can just throw it to AD on the block and let AD get a bucket on Clay. You know what I mean?
I hear you, bro. But I just feel like the Steph Curry magic
I
gonna
give them a
kick in.
chance
And
now.
he
I
going.
give them a chance. They got a puncher's chance. Because they get high, anything can happen. But I feel like we can say that about anybody on this list, in this bracket.
But I think their math outweighs everybody else on this list.
I get that because they're going for threes, but Clay is not doing anything in this matchup. Clay literally
You
probably
don't have
standing.
to at this point. Like if you have arguably top 10 one-on-one players on your team, nah, I said top 10 might be a reach. Top
Uh-huh.
15. You have a top 15 one-on-one player on your team, and this is 2022 Curry. We talking about too.
Yeah,
Like that version of him,
he hooping.
he has bag, hooping, shot, all this stuff, the confidence, all these things working for him. So I give you one or two. 80 ain't he ain't locking that up. Bron ain't locking that up. Are they getting stops? For sure. 'Cause that's the way basketball goes. But at some point, if more 9 times out of 10, he gonna try to switch and get the AD matchup. If I get past you, that's what I'm looking for. So I get past you, I'm going for a layup. LeBron has to either give up that one or take the risk of a Klay Thompson being wide open for a three ball.
We giving up the one.
And you finna get smoked then if that's what you
If
gambling on.
you think Steph Curry is killing Anthony Davis off the dribble, then we gonna have to agree to disagree.
Wait, you say you giving up the one, meaning you let him get the one?
You saying if Steph take AD off the dribble and drive and Bron got to help? That's what you saying?
Yeah.
I'm letting Steph have that because AD
Okay.
could
Yeah. Yeah.
possibly chase him down and get that block. It's only one shot per possession. Still,
Mm-hmm.
Steph got to finish. That's number one. I like AD to get a couple stops on Steph. If he know like, hey, don't jump for pump fakes, but run him off the line, make him drive.
Easier said than done, brother.
And I get it, 100% is 100%. But AD is also 6'10" to Steph Curry 6'3". He don't got to jump. I know it's Steph Curry. I know. But AD and Steph in the box 1-on-1, like not in the box, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, in space 1-on-1, he could press up, have that hand, make him shoot over the hand. If he hit 5 of them in a row, then doggone it, hey, good game. But if you make him drive and run him off the line, Brian gonna stay attached to Clay. We not
Mm-hmm.
helping. Just make Steph miss 1 or 2. We're scoring every time we touch the ball. That's what I'm saying.
So you have to guarantee 11 in a row makes. I don't have to guarantee 11 in a row makes because I can afford to miss 2 of them, hit a 3, and we back in the game now.
Okay. So let's say Bron and them go 11 for 8. I mean 11. I was like they miss 3 shots. 11 for 14. And Steph and Clay go 4 for 10 because they
Mm-hmm.
taking all tough ones and they can make them. But now you talking about the game ended 11-8 because we swapping possessions every time. And if it was make it take it, Bron and AD winning in a landslide. If just because it ain't, that give them a chance. But Bron and AD not missing for real, bro. Because there's nothing they can do. And even if they get the ball to AD on the block with Clay on them, Bron gonna make an open tray ball if you leave him. And he ain't still Curry, but if he just standing there like, all right, AD, if they help, I'm right there. You know how you shoot. So that's just it,
I don't
man.
know, man. I get them a better shot than honestly. This the Splash Brothers duo on paper because they're the smallest one. They can't defend
There's nothing they
most of
can
these
do.
groups at all.
Exactly.
But the fact that we're going ones and twos, that's their saving grace.
Oh.
Because without that, boy, you talking about getting smoked.
Yeah,
This
because
is
if
not going to
everything
be.
count as one, you're never
Yeah,
gonna
it's
get
like
11 of those.
never. Like y'all gonna have to have on a historic run and just pray that they have an off night that game. But I don't know, man. I just feel like the math is in their favor, bro. Like,
Bro, I done been in a lot of pickup sessions where the other team was like, we going 3 more than 2. Trust me. I done been in play. Sometimes my team be like that. The guys on my team, 3 more than 2, we going for threes. And I get that logic. But once you miss 3 or 4 threes and the other team keep getting twos, you realize like, all right, now we need to make a 3. Like it ain't about like threes more than twos. We just take them because we want to. Now we absolutely need it and they don't. It's different. Now, if you was
so
making a
we
consistent amount the whole time, then you gonna always be in the game. But once you miss 3 or 4 and you ain't getting no offensive rebounds or nothing, because everybody's standing around 3-point line. Now the other team going out here, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-2. It's not enough.
but we ain't finna sit here and compare the two greatest duo shooters of all time to the little pickup ball, bro. We not
This is
finna sit here and
pickup
do that,
though.
bro.
They playing pickup though. It's
Yes,
basketball.
but the tools you have at display in this situation are totally from anybody else you've ever seen in your life. We talking about the two greatest shooters of all time, bro.
And they playing
You
against
know,
LeBron and Anthony Davis.
and that sounds lovely, but you can sit here and try to one me to death. But you talking about the odds of me, Steph Curry, getting off a 3 and Klay Thompson getting off a 3 are a lot higher than anybody you've ever seen with your two eyes, and even on a digital sense, impossible 2-on-2 situation. So the odds of me getting a chance to get this two off and get 4 of them is like different from Steph Curry getting off 3, 4, 5 of them that he needs to.
I'm just saying, bro. The concept is
I
the same. You miss 3 or 4, you in trouble.
listen. Here's the thing, though. They can hit 3 or 4 in a row.
Oh
That's the
yeah,
difference.
You
That's
can.
that's what I'm saying. I get basketball sense kicks in and says yes. That sounds low to say three more and two or two's more to win. I get you, but there's this asterisk right here in this situation that says Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are the shooters here. That's what I'm saying. Like I get basketball sense. I'm with you 100%, but we have to factor in that who is the one taking these shots. That's the issue with basketball now. It's like three's more than two. Everybody can shoot more. We're gonna win the game. No, bro, you don't have Steph Curry on your roster.
That
You
is their
don't have the
problem now.
weapons on your roster to make this work. So it's cool. I get what you're saying. You be in a gym, get up shots, fine. But you're not Steph Curry. You ain't Klay Thompson to begin off that many threes. So that's where I'm like, I hear you. The odds, the percentage of shots that the Lakers can miss is going to be will miss is going to be very low because everything's going to be pick and roll. I can lob to 80. LeBron backs whoever down and goes to work. And LeBron can hit one or two little threes and they can win that way. I hear you. But the fact that they can go off on a run, we can go Nick from that toe for toe. My twos can outweigh your ones. So that's where it's like part of me feels like this is a very likely upset, man. Like I understand what you're saying, but if we going, let's say the first four possessions, if I hit 3 for 4 or the Warriors hit 3 for 4, 6 points. If you make all of yours, I'm still up 2.
I'm gonna do it right here. If you got to put your money on one of them to win the game, who are you putting that bread on?
That's the thing. I literally don't know because if Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are hitting their twos,
I'm putting the money
we
on the
can.
bigger matchup. I'm sorry. If I get it. It's Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, two of the greatest shooters ever. But if I gotta depend on Steph Curry to get a bucket 1-on-1 against much bigger, stronger, faster opponents, without the benefit of screens and plays and all that good stuff to get him to set up, I don't like it. Not saying he can't do it.
I would.
Not saying he can't do it, but I don't like it at all. Like
I would.
because not and we also talking about Bron and AD. They're bigger. There you have to shoot over bigger guys. You don't have the benefit of getting the screens and pin downs and stuff to give you the advantage before you even touch the ball. You talking about catching the ball right here, me and you. I don't like it. I don't like it. Can he get hot? Yes. But if somebody was like, yeah, man, you got to put money on this game, I'm like, man, give me Bron and AD to make 11 alley oops or 11 screens time to keep Bron getting down here layups before I put my money on Steph and Klay to get 6 tray balls over Anthony Davis or LeBron James. I'm
I
good.
think the reason why I will go Lakers. Here's the reason why I will go Lakers is because Klay Thompson's not a threat in this situation, and not as big of a threat, I'll say. And that's the only reason I will go Lakers because I believe Steph Curry could carry this team to an upset because he I trust him to go 1-on-1. I trust him to go pick and roll and figure something else off of that. I will legit see a situation where he scores all 11 points, or he scores 9 out of 11, and Clay hits that other two. Because like I respect 2020 LeBron, 80 is cool, but 2022 Steph Curry, folks been saying like the matchup or the game plan against Steph is just be physical, get big guys against him. But we've seen that not work time and time again. Like we saw the Olympics, shot over Wemby. Like we've seen him time and time again try to get physical and bully ball to not score. And it's like at this point, bro, that's cute. 2020 version of him, that's cute, man. Like you can try that. You gonna win some battles. But my three ball gonna end up outweighing you, and like the threat of me shooting is gonna be so high. It's like Kobe, bro. Don't do the pump fake with D Wade. Don't fall for the pump fake, and he fall for the pump fake. I don't care what the scouting report says. You have to be disciplined enough to do that. I don't trust Anthony Davis, block hungry self, to stay disciplined and not go for the pump fake. I don't. So he gonna cop a couple of them when he's dropping back. Oh, he's stepping back, snatching him, looking like he's finna go for a three. Got him. Boom, goes in for a lay. So you're gonna get probably two of them in the matchup. And on one of them, LeBron just gonna have to be 100% disciplined and say, "I trust AD to recover if he can." So I just feel like, yes, it sounds good to say you got a bigger matchup, but Steph Curry one-on-one ability is pretty strong still. He ain't Kyrie or Kobe, but he's still getting busy and making something happen to where he's carrying his team. So, but anyway, we got the Lakers going on because I don't see Clay adding enough to this pot to make it be too interesting. So, Lakers moving on. But
Lakers and
let's say OKC, KFC, Chef Boyardee, Lakers in 5.
That's my favorite trend on the internet right now. Seeing
Well, they going
everybody doing
crazy.
it. People keep doing it in the comments, making their own. It'd be hilarious.
But yeah. All right. Another tough one. So now we're moving on to the other great legendary duo, Pippen and Mike versus 2006 Shaq and D Wade.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. This one's tough.
Very.
This one's tough. Because you talking about D Wade and Mike. I'm sure most of us taking Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that young Wade was different.
Mm-hmm.
That young Wade was a different animal. But now you're talking about Pip, who's an elite defender, as we know, versus Miami Shaq, who is obviously on the downslope.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of tough, bro. Because it's like in space, one-on-one, Shaq still probably scoring on Pip.
Mm-hmm.
But is Shaq finna guard Scottie Pippen at that age, at that point? Because this Shaq was looking mighty slow. When I go back and look at him and watch him, he was looking pretty slow. You know what I mean? I don't know if he was hobbled or whatever. But when I go back and see them clips, I'm like, that is not Shaq. That is
Mm-hmm.
Shaquille O'Neal. So, I don't know, man. I'm kind of leaning towards Mike and Pip. What you think?
Yeah. I don't like Shaq ain't really Shaq. He ain't like you said, he's not really himself. He ain't full Superman.
Yeah.
But I think the real knockout punch is that as much as I like D Wade, he ain't got the skill set to go against both of them. Like no matter how it plays out, he's going against two of the top 5 perimeter defenders of all time.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't no easy matchup. I don't care who you are. And then for you to have to consistently deal with that the entire time, like the both of them are great on ball and off ball defenders. So D Wade gonna have a hard time this matchup, and I don't see Shaq carrying them consistently enough to deal with that. And then if we have to, I trust Pip and Mike to probably get a 3 off before I trust that D Wade to get a 3 off.
Yeah.
So if it ends up being Shaq had to score 8 points, do you trust D Wade to get them last 3 against Scottie Pippen or against Michael Jordan? Prime version of both of them.
Yeah, both elite defenders.
That's the issue. It's like, that sound good, it look cute, but it's not enough.
Not enough.
So yeah, it's a good matchup, and I think it ends up being like 11-8 off of strength of Shaq.
But Shaq gonna still get his. He gonna get some.
Yeah, but
But
it's
they're
not gonna. He gonna miss a couple here and there, and I don't trust D Wade to get off like that against him. It's too tough for D Wade.
yeah, and then we
That
change
version at
possessions
least.
every time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, give me Mike and Pip, man.
yeah. That's. It almost feels wrong to just say it's that easy,
Yeah,
but
it feel like we dismissing him, but it's just being real, man. Mike is better than Wade. This version of Shaq is not the dominant Shaq that we know or that we think about. And now we talking about Shaq got to really come out here on the perimeter and guard. You know what I mean? I just don't like it. And then Mike is also an elite defender. Wade is a good defender too. Don't get me wrong. But like we talking about both of them being good defenders, but Mike being the better player. And then Scotty also being an elite defender and being the better player at this point in time. I just like Scotty to wall up, possibly get a hand on a hook shot that Shaq put up or something, or they could dig it out and Wade got to hit a three. You know what I mean? It's gonna be kind of tough. So I don't know. It feels disrespectful. I promise we don't mean it to sound that way, but it just when it comes down to it, it feels like Mike and Phil got it.
Yeah, like Pip was known to like switch off and handle bigs. Like he was
Right.
genius with how he would be behind the post and then kind of not completely pull the chair, but get around and be able to finesse his way around the post and get a hand on it. Or he'll front the post, try to throw it over his head, and it's like, bro, I'm like 6'9", 6'8", 6'9". You're not finna just easily get that over my head. So a couple times you shot in front of the post, you throw it and he's snatching that down. Or, well, it is more 5-on-5, but like you got help side and everything. But I just don't see the Heat having enough firepower, man. I think as great as Shaq is, I don't know if Wade can really muster up enough against. Like I don't think Wade had the skill set to do enough at that point. Like, he was good. Don't get me wrong, because I'm Wade guy, but I don't think he has enough against those two. It's just like if we're ranking them off. Dang, if we're ranking them off, then I gotta go with the Bulls matchup over them because Wade's probably the last pick every way you want to mix match it. So it's the Bulls in a comfortable beat. Like it's not. It's close off the strength of Shaq. I'll say that.
Yeah. I'm with you. But hey man, that's the way it go. That's the way the bracket fell this time.
Yeah. So all right, now we're back to the other half where we have to figure out if D Wade and LeBron James can go against Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
Ooh.
This is the first Bron versus Bron matchup we got, baby.
We had Kobe versus Kobe. Now we got Braun versus Braun. Almost could have had Braun versus D Wade. I mean D Wade versus D Wade again.
Oh yeah,
But,
yeah. We could have had that one.
but Braun and D Wade versus Braun and AD.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the Miami duo in this one. Honestly. And I'll tell you why. I'm putting D Wade on Braun. Now Braun bigger than D Wade, obviously. But I like Wade to get a couple stops. And I like
Mm-hmm.
Braun to guard AD, especially Miami Braun. And on the other end, AD got to guard Miami Braun. I think he can do good, but it's kind of the same thing. He can still get down here. He's still going to be strong. And I like this version of D Wade to get a bucket on Lakers LeBron. Because, he got a step on him. He a little step slower. This is prime D Wade. This is not prime LeBron. Braun can still guard when he wants to, but prime D Wade, I don't want Braun in space against prime D Wade consistently. Nor do I want AD in front of prime LeBron consistently in space.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Braun. This is not the same where we can say we get a ball to AD on the block. I'm not on Braun. I do not like it. So I'm gonna go with the Miami duo in this one.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty easy too, because it's as much as respect I have for Anthony Davis as a defender, I don't see him doing well in any aspect against this version of LeBron. Because that LeBron was just a tank, a freight train. He was a mountain. I see no scenario where Anthony Davis get the better of him at all.
Too big and strong.
Is AD has no answer for that version of LeBron at all. Like you fast, come on now. I'm 2012 LeBron. You strong. I'm 2012 LeBron. You
He his
smart.
own entity.
I am 2012. Like, come on now. So I just see no scenario where AD can contribute enough to make that matchup be worth too much. So, like you said, I'm putting D Wade versus Lakers Bron. LeBron gonna have to carry, but I like that matchup for Wade. Anthony Davis has nothing for Miami Heat LeBron. So that's uh, this bracket feels easier. Once we get past Splash Brothers, this side feels a lot easier.
We spent some time on that one.
Yeah, like that one took some. But now, so okay, we agree. Heat beats Lakers. This the win.
There's the one.
This the one. My boy, are you going Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, or Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan? This is the
That's
I
the
think out of
matchup.
the whole bracket, this is the besides the finals, besides championship, this is the matchup. Because obviously championship gonna be the best of the best. But this one, this whole episode, bro.
Facts this whole episode. Okay, let me preface by saying we know what both teams accomplished, both duos accomplished. And obviously Mike and Pip, the most accomplished duo in the history of basketball. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Mm-hmm.
But if we talking 2-on-2, prime Bron D Wade, prime Pip and Jordan, I think I'm taking the Heat, brother. Because I think Mike better than D Wade. We already been here. Mike better than D Wade. Thing about it too, though, this version of D Wade a little bit stronger, a little older, a little stronger than 06.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he can compete. It ain't like Mike just watching him, but he is better. Now we talking about Bron and Scottie Pippen. Like you said, all the adjectives for Bron in 2012. Pip, in my opinion, just ain't strong enough. Bron too big and strong. That's why I hate when people get to talking about who winning in one-on-one. Like I said earlier, man, if Bron want to play like he want to win and not just play like, oh, we just working on our skills, Bron is winning, especially against Pip. Pip an elite defender, and he can get a stop. But Bron getting down, he'll play off too, bump him in his chest. Pip gonna move. And I know folks gonna be like, well, you just said about Miami Shaq and then Pip, but that's Shaq back to the basket. We talk about
That's
coming
different.
full speed. There's two different types of guarding. I would much rather guard somebody back to the basket with my length and strength than somebody just as big and strong or bigger and stronger coming full speed.
Mm-hmm.
That's two different types of guarding. So with that being said, man, I think I like the Heat. Honestly, just for this instance. I don't know. What did you think?
Yeah, I know somebody gonna be like, well, they got the better record and the accolades.
That's why I said everything
Mm,
up front.
that ain't got nothing to do with this, bro. We talking about on the court matchups.
Nathaniel.
I think I gotta agree, man. I think LeBron is. This sounds kind of weird to say because we talking about Michael Jordan here. I know somebody's gonna be like, somebody gonna have something to say about that, but whatever.
Somebody gonna say Mike scoring all 11.
Listen, I hear you, brother. Then in that case, Bron's going all 11, so it's like, and then this is a caveat: he get the ball first.
Bron them?
Bron get the ball first.
Yeah. There's a little bit of an edge.
You feel me? So okay, let's say this: which side do you feel like more comfortable getting more stops? This is what it's gonna come down to. Honestly, it's gonna come to which side can get the most stops. Which side do you feel like gets the most stops?
So here's the thing about that. D Wade and Mike got similar games. They like to pull up middies, you know what I mean? Base a lot of their games on their speed and athleticism. Got a little bit of post game. Mike post game better than D Wade, like for sure. So that's why I say it's kind of even in this instance. Do I like Mike to win a 1v1? Yes. But for the sake of this 2v2, it's pretty even. Then you got Bron and Pip. And the thing about it is, we good letting Pip take that three.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Pip just like get a bucket. You know what I mean? Does he have the ability to score? Yeah, he can score for sure. I ain't trying to say that. But in a 1v1 setting, especially against a DPOY candidate like LeBron, and he's obviously a great defender too, but we talking about him having the ball right now. I like Bron to get that stop. Because there's nothing Pip does better than Bron. And then in the vice versa, like I said, Pip too small. He too skinny. Bron get downhill, play off two. He in the paint. And he finishing. And so I like them to get the stops more. Like, because now you get to the point where it's like, is Mike going to really score like 9 points? Mike got to like keep scoring. And not to say he can't, but like if Bron help when he drive, like if D-Wade don't let him get the pull-up midi off, or like, he make a miss a midi, whatever. But make Mike drive. Bron can help. Scotty on the wing got to shoot a three. I'm all right. We living. That's just his game, though. It's a different era, different time frame. But you can't say the same thing vice versa. You can't just leave Bron for a three. He making that. He ain't no Klay Thompson, but he making it. Mm-hmm. So that's what it come down to. I like the Heat to get more stops, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's mainly off the strength of Scottie Pippen not being a bucket like that.
Yeah, because we're talking about a one-on-one guy.
Yeah, we talking about D-Wade who can carry his own one-on-one on both ends of the floor. LeBron can carry his weight both ends of the floor. Jordan can hold his own both ends of the floor. Pippen is a point forward. He ain't just breaking nobody down getting buckets like this in a one-on-one, 2-on-2 situation. And so in this situation, this scenario, I gotta go Heat. Like I get people gonna be like, they see it, gonna be like, man, what y'all talking about? No, we talking about show me Scottie Pippen just getting buckets. Show me where he can average 30. Everybody else on the court can say that. 3 out of 4 can say that. I can put up 30 balls. So somebody gonna try to do that, but like Jordan, as much as he's the most qualified bucket getter of this whole side of the bracket, I don't know if he gets off 11 in a row. And I know he in a probably they say do get 11. He probably scoring 8 of them because I don't see Pip just getting off like that against either other two. So I feel like if Mike miraculously, magically has an off game, I don't see Pip picking it up.
He's not picking up the slack. Not in this.
I can see Bron playing terrible. Oh wait, I got you. Don't worry. Now I take that back because their defense is kind of stout. It's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, but that's why I say Wade and Mike kind of cancel each other out. They can do similar things.
Yeah.
It's not like this is not a full 40-minute game. You know what I mean? Where Mike gonna take 30 shots and D-Wade might not. This is 1-on-1 going to 2-on-2 going to 11. They're gonna do similar stuff. Bron and Pip are not doing similar things. Mm-hmm. That's what it kind of come down to for me. It's like we're not getting the same output from the other guy. And we not putting Mike on Bron and Pip on D-Wade to say like, all right, well, we gonna lock up D-Wade because now Bron killing Mike. I don't care what nobody got to say about it. Mike weigh 195. I weigh more than Michael Jordan. Like, I ain't saying that to be funny, bro, but for real. Mike was like 200 pounds. Bron like 250.
I think that when he might have been like 215.
And Bron like 250.
Yeah, 250, 260. He was, yeah.
It's not enough, bro. It's not enough. You got to put Pip on him, and he's not big enough. Mm-hmm. So now we talking about Wade and Mike, similar outputs in this instance, in this setting, and Bron and Pip are not. So
I say it like this.
Go ahead.
The gap between, like, it's Jordan and Wade, right?
Right.
Their gap is like, obviously Jordan has the, like, yeah, I feel comfortable saying that's a nice little margin. But the margin between 2012 LeBron and Pippen is a little bit wider. That's the issue.
It's like Mike in the top floor in the penthouse and Cole in that loft right up under that and D-Wade in a suite. He got a nice suite. It's multiple rooms, a living room. It's nice. Bron in the penthouse and Pip on the first floor room 211. As soon as you get out the elevator, it's right there. You know what I mean? It's not the same. Love
Yeah.
Pilt, man. And with all due respect to Pilt, when Mike retired the first time when he started playing baseball, Pilt was carrying. Pilt was the guy on that Bulls team. But that Bulls team still is good. Still had cool coach, still have Rodman, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. They still had a solid squad. And Pilt was the guy. So it's not like Pip is just like he can't do nothing. I don't want to sound like that neither. But when we comparing him to 2012 LeBron, you know what I mean? What Cat Williams say? A Rolls Royce look like a Phantom until a Phantom pull up. No, he said a Chrysler. A Chrysler look like a Phantom until a Phantom pull up.
Mm-hmm.
And Bron is a Phantom, and Scottie Pippen is a Chrysler 300.
Yeah.
Both nice cars, but when that Phantom pull up, it's different. So that's all we trying to say, man. All due respect to Pip and Mike. But in my humble opinion, I think the Heat take it. Probably like 11-9, 11. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one. Like 11-8, 11-9,
Yeah. Yeah.
something like that.
See, I think that gap is what makes the difference. Because I think as great as Jordan was, like we said multiple times, is like Wade can let's I'll put it like this: if Jordan giving you 11, Wade giving you about 8. If Bron giving you 11, Pip giving you about 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
Like he's lacking a few more things in the tool belt to pull out in his matchup. So I know somebody gonna look at this and be like, "Y'all crazy," but come on now, like show me where Pippen can really go off for 30, 40, dominate and take over like that. Then I have to change my opinion. But for now, it's like I can't, man. As great as Jordan is, I don't see him just dominating in a situation like this. Will he do great? Yes. But Pippen has to be great too. And I don't see him showing up the way that the Heat can. So now we got to figure out this championship round, man. Got to get a
The
winner in
most
this
fun.
bracket. Now we have the number 1 overall seed, three-peat Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal versus back-to-back 2-time Dwayne Wade versus LeBron James. You know what's crazy about this?
Mm.
This might be the version of LeBron that can best match up with Shaq. This might
Yeah.
be the easiest matchup for LeBron to have because he has the weight to be like, I can guard you. And that's what makes this matchup so interesting. Like we said 2016 Bron or 2020 Bron. It's like, yeah, that sounds good, brother. But you got 300 leaning on you. Or 290,
Real
280, whatever
long.
it is. That's tough. Well, you get 300. I'm 270. This is Hulk versus Thor right here.
Hulk
So
versus Thor, for sure.
how you looking, bro? What's your mind going to when you see this matchup?
So this is similar thinking to the last round we just discussed. Kobe better than Wade. We all can agree. Same thing we said before. Output gonna be kind of similar, but Kobe is better. Now we talk about Shaq and LeBron. Prime Shaq, prime LeBron. If I'm being honest and looking at it the same way I just did Mike and Pip, I like Shaq to give me a little more than Bron, output wise. The thing about this duo, these duos right here, all 4 of the guys on the court could probably get you all 11.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least 9 of the 11. You know what I mean? Kobe obviously can get all of them 1v1 style. D Wade can do the same thing. Both of them are great defenders too, but they bucket getters. So it's going to be a tough battle between them just in general. Now you got Braun using all his strength to try to stop prime Shaq. And then this is Shaq still athletic and mobile enough to kind of stay in front of Braun. And the whole thing I've been using with Braun this whole time, if Braun get downhill, play off 2, bump you, he finishing. He in that paint. You ain't really doing that with Shaq. I can't use that with Shaq. I can't say that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Now you talking about you get down here, Shaq right here, bump. He right here. Now you finishing over 7 foot Shaq, who can still elevate, get off the ground, everything. So I ain't saying Shaq locking up Bron or nothing, but I'm just saying he can't do that.
Yeah.
And that is like the bread and butter of my thinking in this matchup. So now you talking about Bron got to settle a little bit. He got to take pull-ups. He got to take jumpers. We're not saying he can't knock them down, but that ain't the bread and butter. You know what I mean? So now it's like we depending on that. He can still finish, but it's like, nah, we making it tough. It's much tougher and much different finishing through Shaq than finishing through Scottie Pippen. So with that being said, man, just taking everything in, bro, I'm thinking I got to lean Lakers because they can do a little bit better guarding them than vice versa. Because Bron can guard Shaq a little bit. Shaq can guard Bron a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Kobe's the little better than D Wade. And scoring wise, Shaq gonna probably be able to get off a little bit easier than Bron. Because Bron got to hold up a wall. And Shaq got to be an immovable object. That's kind of how it's gonna go. So I just like the Lakers to give me a little bit more in that matchup, but it could go either way.
So first, we got to talk about this. Is 2002 Kobe that much better than 2012 D Wade?
You know, I ain't really think about it like that. I ain't think
Because you
about
said
them
Kobe,
just.
you kept saying Kobe was better, and I'm thinking like career wise, yeah, but I was like, hold on, we talking about
Number 8.
2002 Kobe.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Mm.
that I think that changes the whole conversation a little bit more.
It does. It does. I ain't think about
So
it.
it's 2002 Kobe. Who you picking? 2002 Kobe or 2012 D Wade?
Oh, that's tough. Because in this is the thing. That first championship they won in 2000, right? 2000. Kobe was a second-hand guy. 2001, he was Kobe. 2002, it was Batman and Superman at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really Batman and Robin. They was both hooping. Now, before them, the first two, Batman and Robin. But then 2002, Batman, Superman. You know what I mean? We both our own heroes. We do things our own way. We come together for a collab episode. You know what I mean? But you get me. But then Wade, this is prime Wade. So now I feel like it's kind of even. So yeah, maybe I was wrong for just being like Kobe better than Wade. I wouldn't think about the younger version of Kobe. But it's about even because like now you talking about young Kobe, first 4 years, 3-4 years in the league, whatever it was. Oh, it might have been later. I don't know exactly. When was Kobe
He came
drafted?
in 96.
96. So now we talking about the first like 7, 8 years, 6 years.
7 years.
Yeah, first 6 years. That was when the championships came. But you know, he baby Kobe before they start rolling. Wade was like I said, he got his grown man body. He's strong. He can probably muscle Kobe a little bit. He's a little stronger than that version of Kobe. So you might be right, boy.
It changes stuff, man. Because as great as Kobe is in his career, we're taking this specific time frame. That's what makes this conversation a lot more interesting. And so D Wade in that time, because remember, like when he joined up with him, the biggest issue was that 2 of the top 5 players in the league are joining the same team. There was a conversation at that time of like, who's the better player between Wade and Bron? Who's the best player in the league? We were going back and forth. Like Kobe was there, but he wasn't Kobe. He took a slight step back to let Powell get his thing going. So we weren't looking at Kobe as the guy. It was like, what you doing is cool, bro, but you passed your prime now. You ain't really cooking like you used to. So it's really looking like the next wave coming in is like, okay, we got D Wade and Bron. Bron ain't figured things out yet. He's individually so great, but D Wade's figured out how to win early in his career, and he's MVP talks, and he's doing this, and he's best shooting guard in the game. Looks like the Kobe at that time, but past his prime. So best two guard in the game at the time, and everything he had going on. So we looking at probably the best version of Wade, team and individual wise, because he had a year like 07 or 08, he could have won MVP,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't. And then like a year or two after that, injuries kicked in. So him being healthy, skill set, physically, as far as like the muscle he put on everything, IQ and stuff, all put together, like if everything been as high as it could be at the same time, that's probably the best version of Wade that we had. But we talking about Kobe when he ain't got all the polishing yet. He ain't got the IQ. He ain't got all the footwork. He ain't got the feel of the game like 2008 Kobe or 2012 Kobe. This is '02 Kobe. Like you said, year 5, 6, 7 in the league.
And that is a big difference. When I really, because as you was talking, I was thinking about when was that '08 Olympics? Oh, no, I didn't say '08, but I was like, when was that Olympics with Wade and it was all on the same team? And it was 2008.
Mm-hmm.
That's 6 years forward from this Kobe.
Yep.
Because we think about Kobe being the man on the Olympic team, and not
Mm-hmm.
Wade, obviously. But that's 6 more years after that.
Yep.
And like Kobe grown, that's 24 Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you make an excellent point. I might have to lean towards Wade at this point in time.
Yeah, I think the 2012 version of Wade, it's not. It's this is really going back to how I said the point spread with the Heat versus the Bulls. Like if Wade giving you 11, Kobe giving you about 10.
Yeah.
It really ain't. It really ain't just no. This is probably the closest matchup we'd have had out of everybody. But then we talking about the other two players in this matchup now. This is probably the closest we'd have had to anybody else. Like
Especially with Shaq.
the sync. This is like you said, like the go to bread and butter of both of these teams is just like who's stopping Shaq? Nobody. All right, move on. Who's stopping this LeBron? Nobody. All right, move on. But now we have the two most who stopping who matchups going head to head. And we have to default to like you can't teach, you can't do anything about the size that Shaq has against LeBron. So
Mm-hmm.
you have the two forces that can't be stopped, but one force has a little bit more force behind it. And LeBron isn't as skilled as when he left and went to Cleveland that second time.
Yeah.
So if we talking that skill LeBron, he can have some problems for that version of Shaq. But now he loses that muscle and the size that makes him be almost a kryptonite to him. So if we talking about this matchup, man, it's really gonna come down to Shaq. Shaq's defense against LeBron almost neutralizes LeBron because I don't know if LeBron has a deep enough bag at that point to really give you other stuff outside of just trying to bully ball um, Shaq like that. So Kobe gives you enough to compete with D Wade, even though D Wade wins that matchup. I think. I don't know if LeBron can just counteract that enough. Now we're going back to the Splash Brothers conversation. Threes more than two, but how many threes do you trust that Heat duo to make? Not a lot, but they don't have to. But you still have to counteract the fact that Shaq is not finna just go out here and we talking about prime Shaq too. That's crazy. So this is a tough one, man. Like I think I still go Lakers because that way can hit threes. Yeah, I don't see Shaq messing this up, man. It's prime Shaq. It's no true answer for him at that point. So this is really like 3 game series. Each game is like either 11-10 or Kobe messes around and hit a three and stretch it to be 9-11. Like it's let's see.
Thank you. Excuse me.
It's like this. Everyone with Shaq, it just feels like they win, but you don't feel as comfortable, and it's just like it's not an easy win.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I agree with you though. Everything you said. I think Bron just ain't doing enough with Shaq as opposed to what Shaq can do with LeBron. And for that reason, I think we still lean Lakers. I lean Lakers because Cole might not be. Because now we talking about Cole Wade, like it's right
Hmm.
here. But then we talk about Shaq and LeBron. It's like this, just a little bit. You know what I mean? I think he can negate Bron's best ability, which is getting downhill. Now, Bron come out, he hitting tray balls over the top of Shaq, then the game. But
Hmm.
same thing with Kobe and Wade. And one of them, like you said, mess around, hit a couple threes because they both gonna hit a couple middies, fadeaways. You know they game. But one of them busts a three, they go up. Now you got the +1 on them because you scored two instead of one. It's tough. So it can go either way. But for the like we described with Shaq and Bron, they're the dynamic of them guarding each other. I'm gonna lean towards the Lakers.
All right, so I got two factors I want to throw in there for you to think about. So,
All right.
one, who 3-point shooting do you trust more, Kobe or Wade?
So it's hard to say with these 2 points in time. I want to say Wade
Hmm.
just because the point in time. Because young Kobe at that point in time was not a shooter, and that point in time in the NBA shooting was not like the biggest thing. So as opposed to Wade in 2012, he still wasn't a great shooter, but it was like he'll take an open threes. So he just wasn't creating for threes. He's gonna take the open ones, whatever. So I think I lean towards Wade as far as 3-point shooting, but it's pretty even.
Yeah, part of me wanted to say Kobe because think about I throw it down to Shaq, you getting double team, kick it back out to him for the shot.
Yeah,
But is he just legit a better shooter? I don't know.
yeah,
So he might have an easier setup to get his threes off.
right.
But we talking about legit like 3-point contest shooting, or if we gave both of y'all X amount of shots, who's hitting more? It might be Wade in a couple buckets here and there, but it ain't just like this. This is what I'm saying. Like Wade is 1 point, maybe 2 points better than Kobe at this point. But the real factor that we haven't had to bring up yet: how's the ref calling this game?
They letting them play.
Because
Don't mess up a good game.
that's because we talking about all the games gonna be refereed. It's the only one where it's like, hey, how you calling it is gonna depend on everything. Like, are we gonna let them get an offensive foul or get a charge in there? That's the thing. Well, think about it like this: we're gonna switch that. I'm not finna just let Bron go downhill against Shaq, so we switching that. Give me a pick and roll. Shaq ain't finna give me no little cheat around. Like, nah, I'm switching that. Put me on Kobe.
I mean, Kobe ain't no slouch defender either, but he is still small, smaller than Bron. That could work, but Shaq can help, and Wade got to make a shot. Not saying Wade ain't gonna make a shot wide open, but like we switch the screen, Shaq
Hmm.
follow Bron off the screen. Don't let him just get downhill or whatever. Or I mean, I can see a Bron bring the ball out once he get the switch, like they kind of do sometimes in the league. But I don't know. Kobe probably pressing him. Kobe probably turned to a little Pat Bell. Don't even let him get down here. Don't let him
Yep.
dribble for real. So I don't know. I think they can manage. I think they can manage,
I think they
honestly.
can too, man. I feel like, yeah, man. I'm trying to think of a way that the Heat can get out of this, but I just feel like Shaq is just giving you too much, and I feel like the defense of Kobe on that switch against LeBron, like young Kobe, he can move and he's agile and everything. Like he wasn't the IQ he had in '08 or 2012, but Kobe at 02 was still super smart as a defender. He's like, oh, trying to bully ball me, bro. We ain't finna just let you do that. No,
Ain't
because
going for none of that.
that I think that LeBron started to like the wind up where he used to get the ball. He didn't just take his steps back and he just come down here. I think that was the LeBron with the era where LeBron started doing that. I think so.
Yeah.
I want to say I feel comfortable saying that. And so him knowing that, bro, the minute you try to wind up, I'm just jumping up and I'm under you. You didn't have the handles like that in the Heat years, so I'm not worried about that, bro. That mostly took away your handles, so I'm not finna sit here and let you just go crazy against me trying to bully ball me. No, I'm gonna let you meet me in my chest. If you do try to dribble, I'm poking it away, but you're gonna have to truly put a shoulder in my chest the entire time. And like you said, Shaq helping off Wade enough. So you're gonna have to trust Wade being either catch and shoot mid range or 3 pointers. And I don't know if I trust that. Now Wade probably catch three, dribble, pull up to get into his mid range, but we comparing that to pick and roll Kobe and Shaq.
Don't like it.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. So with all that being said, I think we have crowned our winner of this tournament. So our BeBall Jones podcast, Robin's tournament bracket 2-on-2 style champion is the 2000 to 2002 three-peat Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal Lakers are our champion. Ooh, that's funny. The same thing.
Did the same thing.
That was not planned.
Clap it up for the guys, man. Give them a round of applause.
But yeah, man, like I think obviously we kind of had a feeling of how it's gonna play out. But then you actually go through it and it's like, ooh, this feels like an NBA season where you look, oh, the Heat should win it this year or the Lakers should win it this year. You play it out through the season, it's like, ooh, it's a little more intriguing than I thought it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Okay,
some
a
upsets.
little more plots and twists and turns and a couple stuff going here and there. Then it ends up playing out how you thought it was gonna play out. So, but nah, this was fun though, man, because the thought experiment of just thinking through that stuff and trying to see how it's gonna play was pretty fun.
For sure. I definitely enjoyed it, man. I know some people are gonna be mad at some of the decisions we made though, but I'm happy to hear that too. So I'm ready to hear what y'all got to say.
Yeah, man, this is a fun one, man. So let us know, man, what y'all think, how y'all feel about our bracket, how this tournament played out, because I guarantee somebody gonna, because where I'm gonna clip it up, someone gonna be like, oh, how dare you have somebody over this seed? This duo was a better duo. Like the fact that Pippen and Jordan not first seed, y'all crazy, da 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 da. Listen, we didn't go off the best duos, okay? Like I said in the beginning, go back and watch the other episode that preceded this one, and it'll make more sense of why we seeded people this way. So this was fun, man. We gotta figure out more brackets and tournaments to do. So y'all comment below what other stuff we can do and how we can mix it up, and then we'll see if it makes sense what we do. But this is fun, bro. Like I think this is a different thought experiment, especially when you start thinking it through 2-on-2 and not 5-on-5, or you going based off the play and not the accomplishments. So it's tough to kind of think through, and it's different eras. So you got to mix up with the '90s Bulls going with the 2010s era of teams, but this the fun part of basketball, man. Having these thought experiments. Some of us gets a little too much, and it's like, oh, he can't do that then, and da da da. Like, all right, whatever, bro. Like, if you don't have the wherewithal to have a little bit of IQ to understand the difference in the game, then that's on you, man. But this is a fun episode, man. Let us know what y'all think. Comment who your champion is. Like, go through the list and see who you feel like who you would have coming out, man. But anything you want to add, Nelson?
Oh no, man, I enjoyed it, bro. Well, my old coach used to say, basketball is opinionated, and it always will be. So, y'all let us know how y'all feel, man. Y'all got y'all opinions, we got ours. So, I'm excited to see what the people say about it, man. We got to try something else like this again one of these days. But I enjoyed it though. Hope y'all did too.
Yeah, man. So, but that's it, man. Like, make sure y'all subscribe because you got stay tuned because we got a lot of episodes coming out. It's gonna be fire just like this, man. we got another arc coming out at some point. We gonna figure that out, man. But without further ado, man. See you on next episode.